Hello, and welcome to another video for the series of Your Life is a Business. And this is where I help women shift from survival to strategic power in life as well as finances. I'm big on looking at your life as a business and being a CEO of your life. So, the first statement was the personal balance sheet. And now we're going to shift to the income statement where we talk about what the income statement reveals about you. And it shows a reflection of who you are on a month to month basis. So let's dive right in. What is an income statement? An income statement is, from an accounting standpoint, it's all of your revenues, all the income that you have, and then all the expenses that you have that's going out. And then the net of the two is your net income. So what's left over. In the accounting world, us business people call this the P&L, which stands for profit and loss. But because as a woman in finance, as well as someone who is a life coach, I like to connect the two, money and emotions. So I like to call this your financial behavior. It's going to show who you truly are, and it tells a story about you. So, an income statement is not just about the numbers, it's a reflection of your behaviors, your patterns, your likes and dislikes. It shows you truly who you are. And because money is emotional, it ties directly to our nervous systems. Why does it matter? It matters because it shows where you're burning energy, where you're building. It just tell a whole story about yourself. And it also can reflect, are you being impulsive with your spending? Or are you taking pauses when making purchases? Determine if it aligns with you truly, or if it aligns with your family. Do you truly need this, or is this something that you want? Can you afford it in this moment? So all of that is revealed when you look at your true income statement, when you're looking at your financial piece as well as your emotional piece, because that impulsiveness and the overthinking, all of those are tied to your emotions, and your finances are part of your nervous system. So the format for the income statement is, like I mentioned before, the revenues, the energy coming in, expenses, the energy going out, and net income. This is your capacity to grow. So financially, the revenues is like the finance, your money, your true money coming in from all sources. But for the emotional part, the energy coming in, are you pouring into yourself? Are you meditating, praying, practicing self-care? And for the expenses, the energy going out, like we know, like expenses like paying for all of our paying all of our bills, or anything we have that we have to pay for, that's the money that's going out. But for the energy part, the emotional part, that means, are you being too busy? Are you giving more time than you truly have? Can you afford to give so much of your time? So that's the energy that's going out. And the net income financially, it's all of your revenues minus all of your actual bills. That's your finance piece. But for the emotional piece, what's left over? Do you have the net capacity, the mental capacity of the true you for that month? Like, can you really gauge on how well did you do emotionally on your income statement? And did you deplete your energy? Are you overwhelmed? Were you overwhelmed? Did you get sick? Or at the end of the month, that net income, are you feeling abundance? Are you feeling in aligned? Are you feeling peaceful? So, taking those two components, financially and emotionally, looking at both of those two will give you a clearer picture of how your emotions tie to your money. So the revenue, what fuels you? Is it like for the, we know the money part, that's self-explanatory, but for the emotional part, what fuels you? Where's the inflow? Like the love, the peace, the happiness, the joy, and the time, the inflow of time. Do you have, if are you creating more time for yourself and being in alignment? This all reflects your receiving capacity, because when you're at peace and you're aligned, you have more revenue, true revenues that will inflow. And it's like, are you worthy of receiving this revenue? So all of that plays a part with the inflow of your energy. And then I guess you want to ask yourself at the end of each month, are you allowing more money, more inflow coming in, or is it blocked? And blocks can happen because you're stressed, or you're overwhelmed, or you're constantly saying yes to others and trying to please others. That'll block your money. So that inflow is very important. That inflow of energy is very important. So for expenses, this is where you leak or where you invest. So do you, for the expenses part, do you invest in stocks? So you spending money that's going out of your revenues, but is going to an asset to build, continue to build on for the expense part. But for the outflow of survival mode, are you a, you know how they say yes man, are you a yes ma'am to everyone expenses and desires and everyone else's misalignments? Are you spending other people for other people to make other people happy? Are you overextending yourself? Are you doing this to make others feel loved? Like your body, you got to pay attention to your body, because it'll tense up when you know you can't afford it. If you're paying for something and the money is not really there, but you still spending it anyways, your body is start to give you cues. That's why it's important to be calm, cool, and collected, and be aware, self-aware, because your body will tell you exactly what you're doing. It gets really deep, but you'll still spend anyway, like you ignoring those feelings that you have, or they could be just numb and you don't feel anything. So with the revenues, now the expenses, and the difference between the two is your net income and also your emotional margin. And this is where that difference is, like I mentioned before. Do you get anxiety or stress when you spend, or when you get large lump sums of money, do you feel like you have to hurry up and spend it all before somebody take it? Or it's just feeling all these misaligned emotions because your emotional system is not regulated to your money. And this is a big one, because once you identify and start to realize your emotions to your money, you are able to reframe those feelings and change your situation and say, am I spending too much? Am I saying yes to too many people just to make them happy? And knowing that I truly don't have the revenues at this point, or knowing that I truly don't have the time at this point, but yet and still I do it anyway. And it's like the fear of what keeps you from increasing your income. What fears do you have? Because sometimes when our upbringing, we feel like we don't deserve it, or parents tell us money don't go on trees, we can't afford it. Things that of that nature is embedded in you, and you have to unlearn and relearn to have a better relationship with your money. It's all about creating a better relationship with your money as well as yourself. Because once you create a better relationship with yourself, like making sure you're taking care of yourself, being in alignment, staying peaceful, staying calm, meditating, praying, and just having those positive practices, you will start to be able to have a better relationship with your money, because it's like the money is your partner. Think of your money as like your partner. It's a partnership where if you come into the partnership all messed up, it's like you and the money partnership is not going to get along, and it just won't work. And I just use that as a um concept to help see how emotions and money both are connected, and it impacts your nervous system. So, how do you regulate your nervous system, your emotions? Well, you can do a budget. And like they got so many different apps and Excel, you can just download to get a budget template and start to fill it out and use that as a guide and framework to start to see where your inflows and your outflows are coming in at. Like what's coming in and what's going out. And a budget isn't just for something that restricts you, like, oh, I have a budget, so I can't enjoy life. I don't have my spending is restricted. It's not so much about your spending being restricted. It's about you finding that balance and finding how your habits and your patterns are aligning with your spending. So it's just tracking it to see where you at so that you can be able to make some small changes and tweak in what you're spending on, or what you're making, or self-care, or stop people pleasing. Like it gets really deep. It all ties together, ladies. It truly do. And I'm just excited to be able to share and explain my breakdown of how I see the connection between our emotions and money. It's just so exciting. And some of the blocks that we have, the mindset blocks, like feeling like you don't even make enough. I know sometimes people feel like, oh, I don't make that much. I can kind of calculate on in my head or write it on a scrap piece of paper. But here's the thing. When you are a great steward over a little, that's when God gives you a lot. So the concept is still the same, ladies. It doesn't matter how much money you have, it's how much money you keep, and it's how you manage your money. That's what it's about. And the concept is still the same. You can have $100,000 or $1 million. The difference is only the zeros, but the concept is going to always be the same. And your emotions and your nervous system, how you react to your spending and also your receiving of funds, that all plays a part. So, yeah, those are blocks that you have to overcome, because it doesn't matter how much you make. It doesn't matter. It's how you manage. That's the key. That's the key, ladies, how you manage. So look at your spending and be comfortable with opening those bills and stuff like, okay, I can pay that because I knew that. I was expecting that. I was aware of that because I had the funds to pay for that. You see, you be at more peaceful state. You have a more calm mind. You don't feel so anxious and stressed when you see a bill or email or a call. It's like you knew it coming. You knew it was expected. You knew it was expected. So that's where you want to be, ladies. Like knowing what's coming and you already prepared to pay for it or have paid for it and you was able to pay for it. That's where we want to be emotionally, and that money flow or just it'll just start coming and getting creative. So shifting that mindset, shifting the frame. So you will start to say affirmations like, tracking my money is an act of respect. Like you respect the money. Remember, I mentioned how you're yourself as well as money, you're in a partnership. Money is your partner. That's your partner. Your money helps you and you helps your money, because you got to make sure your money is doing what it's supposed to do and your money is making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. So it's a harmonious partnership. It's just I'm just so excited. It's a harmonious partnership, and respecting your money, and it will respect you. and let yourself know, like, you matter, your energy matters, your future matters. Like, let everything know, like, I deserve peace, I'm worthy, I deserve whatever I desire. Saying these things to yourself and knowing, like, i love I love my money because my money loves me, and we're a partnership and we work well together. That's how you want to shift your mindset and set it up to where this is a partnership. Okay, great. Now, action steps. So if you haven't already, just download a simple income statement. You can find them anywhere. They have really simple ones. And also track your inflows and outflows weekly. Start to do this weekly so that when you do it for 4 weeks, then you already at a month, and you'll be able to see how you perform emotionally and financially for the month. And for each expense, like, I want you to add like a word of how does that make you feel. For example, your mortgage or your rent. That rent or that mortgage you got paid. So you will write it off as um peaceful or comfortable, like you was able to pay your mortgage, you're able to pay your rent. That makes you feel at peace, like comfortable, like you was able to pay your rent. And then reflect on the numbers that you have and really say how you feel about it. Like, money, we paid this month. I think this was a good investment. Or, money, we paid for that because somebody needed that. Well, they said they needed, but they really didn't need it. But I did it anyways, being nice because I'm always saying yes. But next time, I think I'm gonna say no. So you get what I'm saying? So start to build that partnership with your money and be in harmony with your money. So in the final message, money is not the goal, it's clarity. You got to get clarity on your money. And one of the ways to get clarity is first understanding that you and money are a partnership, and you must be in harmony with your money. And when you master your income statement, you'll master the inflow, and everything will just work in sync. Like, everything will just be in sync and just flow, and you'll just be in a bliss. So if this video helped you, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if this also helped you in a way, please share with another lady who may need to hear the breakdown of this income statement financially as well as emotionally. And I also can put a link in the description of an emotional income tracker, and you can kind of use that daily to see how your emotions, tracking your emotions, because what's going in, all that energy going in, are you doing self-care? Are you meditating? Are you praying? All those energies in or outflow, like, are you giving too much? Are you, like, people pleasing? Are you exhausting yourself, overextending yourself? Are you giving more time than you have? Just track those emotions and just really be true. You got to be honest with yourself, ladies. You have to be truly honest, because that's the only way you're going to really track change, is when you truly be honest. So if you interested in having a talk with me, talking about a coaching um program, or to if I can help you any further, DM income or drop income in the comment section, and we can set up a discovery call, to see if we can have a partnership and work together. So again, thank you for listening and liking and subscribing to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.